What's up, YouTube? Optimus Prime coming back at you with a video. It's been quite some time, and I'm sorry, but I'm back at it here with another video. Something really interesting that I want to talk about today, and that's El Generico. Yes, I'm not really a big Indies guy, but I'm a huge El Generico fan. Ring of Honor, PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. He's in the top 3 Indie stars. Number 1 and 2, Colt Cabana and Kevin Steen. That might be flip-flopped around there. And El Generico. So, actually, it appears that WWE is interested in El Generico, which is kind of surprising. It's kind of also not surprising because he's a huge market guy. He pretty much created his own character, and he is taking the Indies by storm. He's been taking the Indies by storm. He's been in the Indies for quite some time, and he's definitely a well-known indie character. And WWE sees that, so why not try to make a move? It's interesting though to see that I just found this out this morning. I watched CM Pulse's video on this, and he said that El Generico had a tryout last year with TNA against, I think he said TJ Perkins, who was Puma in TNA, and I think TNA might have signed TJ Perkins back, but I'm not too sure on that one. But it's interesting to see El Generico possibly coming to WWE after TNA told him no, that they weren't going to sign him from his tryout match. And if TNA would have signed him, that would have been a huge signing for TNA. And that definitely would have brought more viewers to TNA, in my opinion. But I guess they didn't really feel what he was doing out there. So this is why I think it could be a good idea for WWE to sign El Generico. One, it's a huge indie guy. That could bring in a lot of indie fans that don't really watch WWE. Look, they did it with CM Punk, and that worked wonders. CM Punk is their top heel right now. And I'm not saying El Generico is going to be a top heel, but CM Punk was a huge mainstay in the Indies, and WWE got him, and that was a big signing for WWE because I believe that brought people over. They did it with Bryan Danielson, also known as Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan's a star in the WWE. So here's the thing, though. If WWE signs him, will they put him right onto the show? Or 2, will they send him to NXT and develop at developmental? That's a big question. Will they bring him in, or will they let him stay down in developmental? They're doing this right now with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is so good, and he's just, I don't want to say rotting away, but rotting away in NXT. Like, come on, bring him up. They're doing it with Cassius Ohno, Chris Hero, also Ring of Honor guy. They need to bring these guys up. That's what I'm saying. If they're going to bring up El Generico, they're going to sign him, put him on this freaking show. Don't let him rot in NXT. Use his talents. He's a big wrestler, big time name. Bring him in. He's a former ROH television title holder. He's a former tag holder there. Bring him in. Now, another thing is, would WWE let him use his El Generico gimmick? That's something that's pretty big, too. I don't think they would. They have to let him, though. If they bring him in, he has to be El Generico. The only thing is, would El Generico want that? If WWE brings him in, they're probably going to try to copyright it and get the rights to it. That's big too, because that's what his Indies is. He could stay in the Indies and do what he wants there as El Generico, and if he would leave WWE, then he couldn't be El Generico anymore, I think. Also, El Generico's been doing this for quite a while. If you're not familiar with El Generico's gimmick, he is first off, he's Canadian, and he plays off as a luchador, which is absolutely fantastic. And I just watched a match this morning that it was some masked guy with horns against El Generico, and they said the generic luchador, which is fantastic. I love the gimmick. I think it's hilarious. He really hypes the crowd. He's so in touch with the crowd, and he plays off this gimmick so well, and it's just fantastic. If WWE was to bring him in, I would promise you that they would very well benefit from this. He would be a great PG wrestler if they're still sticking with this PG era garbage. He would be a great PG wrestler. I believe that the kids would love him. As soon as you hear that ole 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 ole, the crowd would bust. The crowd would start singing and cheering, yelling "See, see, see." Would definitely profit WWE. So another downside could be that his moveset. El Generico is infamous for that top rope corner brain buster, which is absolutely a beautiful move. Look for that in WWE 13 coming in January in the DLC move pack. I would say WWE would not let him do that. They might let him do a normal brain buster, but definitely not that top rope corner brain buster. It's too much for that PG. I think they're trying to stray away from kind of those kind of moves. Pretty much all his moves are great. I don't know if WWE they might revamp his moveset a little bit, which would be disappointing to the his indie fans that come over to watch him in WWE. But if WWE lets him do this, lets him keep the El Generico gimmick, lets him keep all of this stuff, he would be a great PG wrestler. They could really market him. They could really make a lot of money off him. They can make like the brawling buddy with them and just like ole 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 ole, which would be sweet. They could market off this very well. The kids would love it. He would play to the crowds. I think WWE should nab him up and just put him on the show. It's looking like WWE's making a few changes here, which are nice, seeing that maybe they're going to stray away from this whole PG thing with the Monday's CM Punk, Paul Heyman burying the heart attack of Jerry Lawler. Are we slowly seeing a little the end of the PG era? We're slowly seeing a little Attitude Era come back, which could be good. And if El Generico comes in, then they could play it off. They could give him the brainbuster. He could play to the crowd. And that's my thoughts on it, guys. So tell me in that description below, the comments below. Tell me what you guys think. Should El Generico come to the WWE? Should WWE sign him? Should he be El Generico? Should they do something else with him? Should he keep his moves? Tell me that all down there in the comments below. I will comment back, and I will let you guys know what I think about what you said. So, guys, that's it from me, Optimus Prime, signing out. Until next time, peace out.